Hey guys! So today we continue our journey on the German TD line in World of Tanks, and it's time we looked at the Marder II a bit closer. It's important to know that this machine was famously powerful in the earlier patches, but it received a significant nerf later down the line. So when you run across some Marder II praises on the internet, check the date, cause it might be already outdated. Now that doesn't mean that it would be useless as it is, but I have to admit I did not enjoy my time really with it, and we will have a look at the whys in a second. Before that, however, just a hint to those that are not interested in the numbers that I have your timestamp to a first-class gameplay ready in the description below. So what's up with the Marder II then? Well, it's not so much that it would be bad, it's more like the feeling that it's almost good but it never really gets there, leaving you eventually frustrated. My issues are pretty much relating to the gun. First of all, while you have a serious punch using the 75mm top gun, I always felt cheated by the secondary stats. Your rate of fire at 12.5 rounds per minute is the lowest in Tier 3 from all the non-howitzer guns, and while your alpha damage is quite good at 110 average damage, it's mostly not enough to one-shot enemy tanks, and once you're spotted, you're dead meat. You are squishy as hell, and you can rarely out-DPM anybody when it takes almost 5 seconds to reload. On top of things, your accuracy, while it's not awful at 0.4 meters, is a serious downgrade from the previous tier. So is the aiming time at 2.5 seconds, and to finish things off, you have by far the worst gun traverse in the entire tier with only 26 degrees per second, when everyone else has 44 degrees at their disposal. So overall, I felt the gun experience to be a bit disappointing. But to say something good at it as well, at least you have a pretty damn good penetration at 108mm on average with AP shells. Now we will have a quick look in Tank Viewer this time at the armor, but don't expect to bounce many shots in this thing. At best, you have 35mm of armor from the front, but that actually applies only to the lower plates and one flat strip under the gun. The rest is just as forgettable from the front as the sides and rear that are only 14mm thick, if you can call that thick in the first place. For most enemies, especially with derp guns, you will be a one-shot forget kinda experience, and your 165 HP won't stop anyone either. Looking a bit on the bright side, you are at least relatively maneuverable with 40 km/h top speed and a quite good 38 degrees per second hull traverse. View range is also average at 310 meters and signal range is quite good at 550 meters. Equipment-wise, your options are rather limited here as well, so I suggest to pick up a camo net and binos. I did also use a gun laying drive because I'm really picky when it comes to aiming times, but you might be fine without it if the basic 2.5 seconds are fine with you. Regarding crew skills, camo, camo and camo. Not getting spotted is priority number 1 in this machine. So, the verdict. Not like. And probably didn't like me either, to be honest. It's not terrible, but there are so many much better machines in the lower tiers that it was just not worth the effort for me. It lives and dies by not getting spotted, so play it very carefully from behind cover and with friends around you. If you manage to do this, you can get some serious damage done with using your great alpha damage, and that's something I hope to give you a taste of during the upcoming replay. Alright, so here we are in Ensk in our Marder II. It's a tier 3 match, so we are top tier. And looking at the team lineup, it's the usual micro tier Ensk madness that we can expect. Looking at all these red guys. I mean, the teams look fairly balanced, so let's see what we can get out of this. So as we are starting from north, oh, and one of our PT7s just turned blue. Idiot, probably did shoot the ground and hit somebody. Honestly. Anyway, so I'm coming here to the one line as I spawn near it and see if I can get some shots into enemies advancing in this region. If you come here, always have a look out on the falling trees, which could mean enemy tank destroyers positioning themselves just at the other end of the road. And first kill, Cruiser 3. Somebody softened him up a little bit for us, so we could one-shot him. It's not a bad start, but hopefully we will have something more to shoot at very soon. Looking at the map, quite surprisingly, it's not a lot of the enemy has been spotted until now. Couple of guys here and there, but okay, now they start to appear, so it seems they did not rush the city as they usually... Oh, there they are. Okay, so we have to come back and relocate. We have to support the cap, as it seems that the enemy is making a push along the railway lines and probably on the hilly landscape on the other side of the map. So camping here in the back won't do us any good. And our other BT-7 is AFK as well, because why not? Alright, so far our guys did quite a good job at defending the cap. But that doesn't mean we can't farm some more kills while they are engaged. So the enemy is being engaged from the cap side. So I decide to go here, as it seems that the enemy is not really covering this road, and I will try to get some cheeky shots in from the corner of this building. You have to be careful, because there are shots coming in from my colleagues from towards the cap, so you really have to avoid just rolling into their line of fire. Oh, there is medium 2, and that was a good shot. Again, not quite enough to kill the guy, but we did a lot of damage. Okay, it seems the Marder II and yeah, the Panzer I-C are all focused on the other guys, so gives me an opportunity, which luckily I could use. So now the threat has been dealt with, and to be honest, this game is in the bag from pretty much the beginning. But we should not get lazy. There is still damage to be done and kills to be taken. And back of an 81 is something we will not say no to. And again, almost kill him. Damage is not enough. Okay, let's see, maybe better luck with the Su-26. But I'm impatient, and that cost me a shot. 3 damage kill stealing. The way it's meant to be. Alright, so now only 2 guys are left. Panzer IV-A and the HEGO, which is just here on the corner. But where could that Panzer IV-A be? Oh, I think we found him. So we quickly have to repair, and oh, that's not good. Okay, we pull into cover, and he does us a favor and reverses back. Oh, and now the other guy is coming after us. Bloody hell. Okay, quick. And there we go. So, we have a powerful gun, but a lot of times you will feel cheated. So that was a fun little run on Ensk in the Marder II. It was not spectacular by any standard, but I think it could at least showcase the great alpha damage this gun has to offer. Either way, we did in the end dish out over 600 damage and claimed 4 kills, which was enough for a first-class mastery badge. Our reward was close to 18,000 credits and 580 base XP. Even with these results, we managed to finish first by damage done, tied the first place by number of kills with our Panzer 38T driver, and came second after our Panzer II driver by XP earned. Now this Panzer II did get a lot less damage and kills done, so I'm pretty sure he got a hefty amount of spotting damage in addition. Overall, from the 9 shots fired, we scored 7 hits and all of them did penetrate as well. That just shows you what this gun does when you finally get it firing and when it doesn't miss the target. So that was my little review on the Marder II. I hope you guys did like it. Tomorrow, we will have a very infamous guest, the real badass Hetzer. Man, the 2 machines could not be further away from each other. So if you are looking for some Hetzer fun times, watch out for tomorrow's video, it's going to Hetz. Take care guys, and I hope to see you soon in one of the next videos.